Welcome to my fragrance show. We'll learn together and grow together. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh yeah. Welcome to my fragrance show. I am Marshall's Blends Fragrance, and today we about to get right. We're gonna get right with Get Right Fragrances, the clean team. I received 3 of the sample decants, beautiful size, and we're gonna smell it together. I'm gonna start by reading you some of the information. I love them. They have their own brochure with information, colorful pictures. I dig it because you look at these people and automatically what you think is clean, limpio. They say about us. Get Right Fragrance was established in 2019 by founder and CEO Bruce Hardnett. How do you do, Bruce? Thank you so much for sending me the samples. Who turned his adversity into a fragrance. His motto, Get Right, is motivational for recovering in times of despair. Through his trials and tribulations, Bruce used his misfortunes as opportunities to create new endeavors. Why am I reading with an accent? I don't know. I do that when I read sometimes. To get right is the strength to overcome challenges and prepare for greatness. His love for cologne inspired Get Right. Being clean is everything. Our mission is to create a culture that will inspire the lives of others by way of self-care, character, confidence, and leadership. And let me tell you, that resonates with me. And that's part of the reason why I'm so excited about this. I absolutely dig that. That I take as your mission statement. Being clean is everything. Our mission is to create a culture that will inspire the lives of others by way of self-care, being clean, making sure you do your hair, making sure you're washing your face, making sure that you are making your clothes as clean as possible, that they don't stink, that your body is as clean as possible, that you don't have all this dirt on your body. You know what I mean? Character, being a person of character. You know, that's important. Confidence. Confidence doesn't mean being cocky. Confidence doesn't mean being conceited. Confidence means that you have an inner trust, a trust in you. You trust yourself. And it's not that you think you're above anybody. That's not confidence. Confidence means that you trust yourself. And trusting yourself, part of it does also have to deal with being open to being corrected, being given orientation by somebody else. That's confidence. You have to be confident enough to know when you don't know. That's confidence too. And leadership, I love that. And the first person you're supposed to be leading is yourself. So I love this. The idea, mission behind Get Right resonates with me. And if you know me from the hair world, if you went to school with me, if you've ever worked with me, if you've ever been a client of mine, you know that that really is what I feel to my core. So let's start. They sent actual tester strips. I'm going to start with the Clean Team signature. It's called Clean Team Signature. I will spray it, I will smell it, I will tell you what I smell, and then we will talk about what I smell. So I always kind of joke because the correct way, the proper way of holding a tester is actually your fingers. Hold this and you spray here and you smell. Now I do also notice a lot of people do this. Let me tell you, you guys know that one gray hair. I'm gonna name the gray hair. Put down there in the comments what Marshall's Blends fragrance should name that one recalcitrant gray hair that just refuses. I tell you, even my barber was trying to cut, but it's like so low that it's like, anyways, give it a name. Give it a name, okay? But does that mean that I criticize anyone that does it the opposite way? Absolutely not, because guess what? It ain't my business. It ain't nobody business. You gonna spray the test. If you want to spray the tester in the center, A mí que me importa. Júzgame, pregúntame, a mí que me importa. I don't care. But what I do want to do is see what it smells like off the tester first and then spray on the skin. This is another thing that kind of I've always thought about, and I'm sure you thought about this too. I know you thought about this. You know you thought about this. When they take this tester strip, I'm gonna use this part, and they do this. You see how it's touching there? And then they take another one and they say, well, it smells like, but guess what? You contaminated the tip of your nose. So what you're smelling is actually a mixture of what you last applied to your nose and what you're applying to your nose now. And it'll be accumulation. I just had to get it out of my chest. Okay, so let's spray this. Okay, I'm so excited. So this is Get Right Signature. Oh, okay, I like it. I really do like it. You know what? This reminds me of your blue fragrances off the tester strip. Really good blue fragrances with a hint of classic, which actually makes it kind of modern. It's a modern spin because it takes something, it's a little bit of a classic Fougère, a classic Fougère with your modern day blue. I'm gonna spray it on the back of my hand. Now let that do what it's gonna do. And while that's macerating on the back of my hand, let me read you what are the notes. The notes are, head notes are bergamot, grapefruit, lemon, and citrus notes. The heart notes are jasmine, lavender, rose. You guys know I love rose. And the base notes are violet, another amber. I love amber. Musk. Hey, Veronica says, "Oh, I hope you're watching." That was a throwback to how I used to do back in the day, you know. And then sandalwood. So this has all of the notes that I genuinely love. You guys know I love rose, but I also love musk. I love sandalwood. I love violet. Violet is one that just turns me crazy. So off of my skin, it smells different, clearly. Off of my skin, it's a lot softer than on the paper. That's one thing I'll tell you. So my skin processes it or macerates it on a softer chemical level than the paper does. But it smells wonderful. I do get that, I get the musk. I get a little slight floral. I'm not getting much of the rose. And you guys know I love rose. I'm not getting a lot of the rose. The citrus is not really prominent off of my skin. Off of my skin, it feels more an aromatic, herbaceous energy than anything else. So that's what I get most. So that's the lavender. So I get more of the lavender and the jasmine than anything else. That amber is there in the back. As per the opening is concerned, I can give this a solid 3840 out of 10. And the reason, I'll tell you why I can give it that. It's one that I think is an easy gift to give to anybody. It's an easy gift to give to anybody. There's nothing that is a fight. There's no challenge to it, although it is well prepared. It's well made. So it's a fragrance that people would enjoy to smell. It's one that you can wear in the office. It's one that you can wear to run errands. I don't know much about longevity. I don't think this is going to be one of those videos where I'll come back because it is kind of late already. So, but what I will do is I will hopefully do another video and I'll do a full body wear of each fragrance. Right now it's just first impressions, okay? The next one is called Clean Team Black. And I'm gonna do it this time, I'm gonna do it the wrong way. How about that? You know, just to show I'm flexible. I'm flexible. Now, whenever I hear black, you guys know I always think resinous, I think incense, I think, ooh, okay, interesting. Musk, I'm getting musk, I'm getting a nice musk. Oh. I'm getting leather. It's not necessarily a saffronic leather. Potentially it's a, I don't know, it could be a phantom note of leather, but oh my goodness, that's just in the air and it smells wonderful. I tend to favor noirs and blacks and nights, you know? This one has a beautiful musk. Oh, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. Okay, so yeah, I picked up a beautiful musk. It may have some, it definitely has woodiness. There is slight resinous to it. It's not sweet, but there is a natural sweetness to it, kind of like what vanilla could do. Potentially amber in there. It's just, this one is fascinating. So let's read. I'm going to tell you what it has. This one has bergamot, mandarin orange, and cardamom at the opening. Has patchouli, sandalwood, and orchid and pink pepper at the heart. Tonka bean. Tonka bean is what was giving me that almost resinous kind of tonka bean mixed with that patchouli. And then the white musk and vanilla. But something in there is creating a slight leather in the air. A slight leather in the air. I'm sprayed on my forearm. And I'll let that do what it's gonna do. Oh, off of my skin, I'm getting the patchouli immediately. This is delicious. It's even better. It's even better off of skin. Even better off of skin. This for me, just on the opening, it gets a solid 42 out of 10. A solid 42 out of 10. Okay, so I get the patchouli, but it is totally being balanced out with the tonka bean. I love it. The vanilla is absolutely there. Orchid, you guys know, is a fantasy note. That means that they've created something to create that accord of orchid, and whatever they used is really balancing it out. I don't know if they used a sandalwood, but there's something in here, possibly the white musk. Something in here is working like a sandalwood that kind of brings all of those fragrance notes, molecules together and rounds them out, because this is wonderful. This is wonderful. Now we're gonna smell cherry red. Cherry red is what we're gonna smell now. I am excited about, bueno. Look at that. I'm kind of weird about cherry notes. This cherry note is wonderful. Off of the paper, it's wonderful. It's like, it's one of those cherry notes that, so there are people who don't like fruity fragrances. They don't care for the fruity fragrance. It's just the same way there are people who don't like floral fragrances. That cherry note was wonderful off of the tester. Let's see, give it a go. But it does have, I mean, it does have color to it. I mean, I don't know if you can see it here, but it does have color to it. So I don't think I would spray it on anything white. Wow, this cherry is very woody. It's a woody cherry off of my skin. Definitely fruity, woody. It's a different kind of cherry. Off of my skin chemistry, it doesn't smell feminine at all. It doesn't smell feminine at all. It's really good. This is very different. This is a different fragrance. The cherry is a different fragrance. I haven't been exposed to too many cherry fragrances. That's potentially why I feel that it's so different, but I've smelled some cherry fragrances. This one is absolutely amazing. There's slight herbaceousness, but it's not herbaceous. It's not an aromatic fragrance. So I want to see what notes it has. Vanilla, caramel, orchid, patchouli at the heart, cherry, nectarine, bergamot at the head. And at the base note, sandalwood, musk, tonka bean, and amber. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys my final thoughts on my first impressions of Get Right. Signature would be in third place for me. It's wonderful, it's clean, it's neat, and it's an easy gift to give. I'm gonna give it a solid 40. It's a 40 out of 10. It's just that good. Now we're gonna get into the black. It's a 40, I'm gonna keep it at a 42. Even though it's going to score 2 points less than the cherry, I would still keep, this would be first place for me, okay? It is what it is. But it is a solid 42 out of 10. It is wonderful. That leather, phantom leather note that I'm getting is why I would say it's kind of, it scores high, but it's kind of like, if you don't care for leather, maybe not, but I like it. I like it. And it's not a leather fragrance, so I have to make sure that's understood. It's not a leather fragrance. I pick up phantom note of leather off of my skin. And that's why it's good to get the samples and check it out and see what you get. Now, the red cherry gets a 45 out of 10. And the reason it gets a 45 out of 10 is that it is different to anything I've smelled. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I'm still enjoying it. And this one is a very clean cherry scent. It's a clean cherry scent. How? I don't know. It's a clean cherry scent, but it has the woody nuances and it has the brightness that a vanilla can give. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. So my first place is the black, but the highest scorer is the red cherry. So red cherry is 45, black is 42, and signature is 40. Great job, man. Great job. So goodbye, my lovely fragrance blenders. I'll see and smell you soon.